KHOU11 exclusive tonight, a difficult story. A woman is murdered just hours before signing divorce papers.
Yeah, her family is telling us the killer is connected to that breakup. Jason Miles live with the story you'll only see on KHOU11 News tonight. Jason.
As you might imagine, this family is terribly upset tonight, telling me the victim was killed by her soon-to-be ex-husband's new girlfriend. Surrounded by a supportive family outside her only daughter's house,
she has a 13-year-old and a 9-year-old.
Shamitria Richard spoke with us about 33-year-old Brittany and the night she died, too late for her mom to say goodbye.
When I touched her body close to 2 o'clock, she was cold.
According to Texas City Police, Brittany Richard was fatally stabbed around 12:30 last Friday morning inside this restaurant and bar, near the end of an evening that included several stops celebrating a cousin's birthday. Her family says the mother of two suffered 9 stab wounds.
No one child deserves to die like that. No one. And it's wrong, and it was horrific, and it was just terrible.
This week, 35-year-old Shanice Felder was arrested in Houston.
You have the right to retain counsel. You have the right to remain silent.
This is video of her magistrate court appearance in the Galveston County Jail, where she's being held on a combined bond of $450,000 on 2 separate charges.
One is a charge of murder, and the other is a charge of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
Felder is also accused of injuring one of Brittany's cousins.
We're just trying to hold on to our last memories as being happy, loving on each other, and we just want justice.
Her family says Brittany died the same day she was supposed to have signed divorce papers, and that Felder was her soon-to-be ex's girlfriend, adding the two women never had any prior altercations and that the attack inside the bar was unprovoked.
If I can ask her anything, I would ask her why, and why that night.
It may take a trial before Brittany's family, including her 2 children, get the answers they want. And in addition to being a mother, Brittany Richard was also a popular employee for the city of Lamarck, of course, right next door to Texas City. The family says a vigil will take place in Lamarck next Thursday. Her funeral follows on September 14th. Her accused killer telling that magistrate in court that she planned to hire her own attorney. Reporting live tonight, Jason Miles, KHOU 11 News.
Jason Miles with the exclusive thing.
This is the book of 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 6. But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. Call her Layim La, Alba Nawa, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rekah, Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Achium out there on the highways and the byways. Salutations to the hopeful elect. Salutations to you speckled birds, you Israelite foreigners. And shalom to the Akwaf, sitting and listening in silence as the scriptures say to do so. 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 6. But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. And see, that's part of the concept and the philosophies and the ways of Babylon for these women to be pedestalized, to live in pleasure, to have comfort, to have relaxation, to have no worries, okay, to have a great abundance of carelessness, man, okay? Because what's that saying that they say, to be clear and bluntly, this is what they say: pussy runs the world. And with the women having their strong delusion, they have a great abundance, again, of carelessness, of comfort, which all leads to what? Pleasure. Because everything is supposed to revolve around them. Now, as you heard the news clip, this woman was divorcing her husband, which is not supposed to be done with us. That's another thing that Babylon pushes, is that you women can divorce your husband and go out and get another man and, do all types of stuff, in the midst of, divorce, and especially if you have kids. And also, this was in Texas. And I know for myself from doing research that Texas is a very, very heavy state that pushes Title 4D, which is child support. Okay, so as you heard and as you saw, this woman has 2 children by her husband, so I'm pretty sure that she was going to get child support and alimony. And if they owned a house, she probably would have been rewarded the house. Okay, And, it's regardless, even if you don't have children, more than likely the woman's always rewarded alimony in the house in her possession. Okay? So it just shows you, the guidelines and the structure of this captivity, man. Okay? Everything is pushed towards the woman. And that also might brought stress upon the husband, and the new woman, the new wife, probably saw that it would be better for her to get executed, deleted, to take that burden off of her husband and her chest, man. Okay? Which in actual reality, a woman's not supposed to be, again, disconnecting and leaving her husband, man. And a man can have more than one woman. But again, it's this captivity. It's a society that's putting you woman's mind that a man's only supposed to be with one woman. And again, when it goes a woman against woman, it goes with that jealousy, that envy, man. So let's continue. Let's go to the book of St. James, chapter 3. I'm going to read verse 16, but I'm going to read it in the NLT. St. James chapter 3, verse 16 in the NLT. For wherever there is jealousy and selfish ambition, there you will find disorder and evil of every kind. And that's what you saw, man. You saw jealousy, selfish ambition, disorder, and evil of every kind, because we're not supposed to be deleting one another. We're not supposed to have grudges and seek revenge of one another, especially in this matter where nothing was done to place a jealousy on this woman. But again, us of the hopeful elect, we know that everything is ordained and done by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. But it just shows you the mindset of a woman when she is jealous. And again, I truly believe, speaking as a man and also through the spirit, that this woman probably saw that she was, again, taken away from the lifestyle that she was going to have with the husband. Okay, the comfort, the resources. Okay, because again, the husband has 2 children, I believe 9 and 13 with this woman. And in the state of Texas, yes, they make you pay child support. They're very heavy on that matter. Okay, Title 4D. So I'm pretty sure he was paying a nice lump sum of child support, was going to be ordered to, and also to alimony. Okay, for whatever reason. And again, if they owned a house, that house would be rewarded to the wife. Okay, so more than likely, again, me speaking as a man, the woman probably thought that she was being a threat to her resources and her comfort, her relaxation of being with this man after the divorce. And it embodied jealousy. Again, St. James chapter 3, verse 16 in the NLT. For wherever there is jealousy and selfish ambition. Now this is selfish ambition, because for you to sit right here and take away a woman from her children, to have her children, to be devastated and to understand what happened. And then also too, not only are they going to be devastated of what happened, they're also going to resent their father and look at their father as the issue. When we can't control what nobody does, man. The only power that can control what everybody does is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, and again, those don't perish being innocent. Job chapter 4, verse 7 on down, man. Okay, nobody perishes being innocent, man. And the Lord don't make mistakes. Okay? And again, Isaiah 32, verse 9 on down to 11, man. You women have been given the warning constantly, just like the men. But you're at ease. You're careless. Okay, you believe that Zaddy, the so-called super clean white man, is always going to have your back, when he's literally showing you in these days that he don't need you. Your job is done. Your task has been complete. Now you're on your own. Okay? But let's continue, because we just read that. Let's go back here. I meant to get this scripture before I got that. So I'm going to grab this one. Salakia, forgive me. Sirach 26, verse 6. But a grief of heart and sorrow is a woman that is jealous over another woman, and a scourge of the tongue with communication with all. So that's a very, very big grief of sorrow, is a woman that's jealous over another woman. I've seen it. I've been in the midst of it. That's something that you don't want to be involved in, because when a woman is jealous over another woman, there's no cut cards. There's no bounds, it's like boundaries that they won't cross. There's no, as they say, holds bar. There's no things that they won't do to seek their vengeance, man. As you heard in this video, this is a part of a jealousy, but a grief of heart, which is your mind, man. Okay, because that's plaguing your mind, especially these women, because these women are what? Emotional. They lead off of what? Emotions. Okay, and then later on in life, when they realize, through logic, that those decisions that they made off those emotions led them to the demise and led them to a position that they don't want to be in right now in life, man. Okay? But a grief of heart and sorrow is a woman that is jealous over another woman, because, it can start with, vile and disrespectful communication, or it can just go to something nasty and, violent, man. And in this case, she might have said something to this woman in this bar, but it led to her stabbing this woman 9 times, man. Okay? And that was the main communication to X her out. So let's jump back to James, because again, Sirach 26 verse 6, but a grief of heart and sorrow is a woman that is jealous over another woman. So what does that mean? James 3 verse 6. For wherever there is jealousy and selfish ambition, because you're only worried about yourself, you feel threatened. You feel like something's being taken away from you. There you will find disorder and every evil kind. And that's when you saw disorder and every evil practice, every evil thing under the sun. And to be honest with you, man, the wife is way looking better than the new chick, man. I don't know what the husband thinking. Like, she looked like, honestly, you cut the longer hair, that's a dude, man. That's a straight up dude. But look at the wife. Look at the actual, which both of these women are his wife. Like I said, we're allowed to have more than one woman. But look at the actual wife that he's divorced and being divorced from. The wife is bad, man. That's my type of flavor, But let's continue. Let's go to the book of Sirach 37, verse 11. And I'm going to read the first piece. Neither consult with a woman touching her of whom she is jealous. Okay, neither consult with a woman touching her of whom she is jealous. So, for you sisters, man, you can't ask for advice from a woman that doesn't know how to handle her jealousy, man. That doesn't know how to go about things correctly. That's, grieved in our heart and not how to handle matters correctly, man. And then, with these women, again, you don't want to be in a conflict with women arguing, going, being combative against one another, having some type of issue. And again, damn sure not being jealous, because again, that jealousy and that grief of heart is going to plague their mind, man. Because it goes into, again, that selfish ambition. Okay, because as it says in the book of Sirach 25 verse 19, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman, man. So just imagine when that woman is jealous over another woman that she feels is basically better than her. Okay, and again, it's not just appearance, it's also physically, mentally, and spiritually, man. Not just physically and a part of the appearance, but it's spiritual and mentally, man. Okay? But again, like I stated, this is all of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. This is judgment at the end of the day, man. We're going to continue to see more and more of this. And the Lord told you again in Isaiah 32, verse 9 to 11, that these days are going to get worse for you. That the vintage, the protection, the necessities, the government programs, the educational system, the job, the employment, the plantations the jobs you got, all these things are not going to be for your benefit anymore, man. Again, the so-called super-clean white man, the Edomite nation, you completed your job. You completed your task, man. Okay, our nation is destroyed, man. Okay, so there's no need for him to continue to have your back to protect you. There's no need for him to keep these government programs going on when they have these so-called immigrants coming into the land and giving them the benefits that they gave y'all, man. Okay, the EBT program, the Section 8 housing program. Okay, this is Hebrews chapter 10 in the Good News Translation. I'm going to start off at verse 30. For we know who said, I will take revenge, I will repay, and who also said the Lord will judge his people. And that goes into the book of, I believe, Deuteronomy 32. I want to say maybe verse 35, if I'm correct. The Lord said vengeance is his. Okay, he will repay, he will judge our people, man. And that's what the Lord is doing. He's repaying, he's judging our people, man, for all their transgressions, all their wickedness, man. And you women are not exempt. Okay, and furthermore, you know, you sisters, you true beloved sisters, you should be trembling just as well as you brothers, man. But you know, this is about a sister getting executed, a Israelite woman getting executed. And this right here for you sisters should put fear in you, man. And it also should make you thankful, man. Because again, as I always state and say, the Lord could have overlooked you and given that knowledge, that wisdom, that understanding to somebody else. Okay, you could still be in the world doing what you was doing before you came into the truth, man. Be fearful, be thankful. Okay, as it says in Philippians 2 verse 12, seek out thy own salvation with fear and trembling, man. You got a husband, keep your ass in order. Don't let your emotions, overwhelm you, man. Okay, because it's the flesh at the end of the day, man. You know, we ain't perfect. But damn, we can attempt and go hard as we can to be it. Okay, we had motivation, we had ambition, we had motion in the world. Take all that motivation, ambition, motion that you had in the world and apply it to this truth, man. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai is not playing. And again, you women outnumber men. You want to be exempt. Hebrews 10, starting off at verse 30 in the Good News Translation. For we know who said, I will take revenge, I will repay, and who also said, the Lord Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, will judge his people. It is a terrifying thing. It is a terrifying thing to fall into the hands of the living power, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai. And this is a very terrifying thing to fall into the hands of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Because you don't know what your execution is going to be. You don't know how Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai is going to take you out. And I've heard simple-minded, fake thug, fake gangster niggas literally say that they would rather be shot than stabbed, man. Because they have felt it. They have felt it. You getting shot is just a quick process of a bullet going into your flesh. And they said it burns, because I ain't never had it happen to me, but they said it burns. But they said when you get stabbed, it's a totally different scenario, man. A totally different feeling. Totally different feeling, totally different scenario, man. So just imagine, that's a terrifying thing for the Lord to place upon you, to get you stabbed up 9 times. And with you getting stabbed up, you're not just getting stabbed up in your muscles, your bones. You also got arteries. You also got your organs that's getting hit. And so you're literally in pain, and you're bleeding internal bleeding and all that, and you're suffering, man. That's a hell of a way to go, man. The Lord really had a bone and an issue with you to put you through that hell, man. And what is the Lord telling you, man? What does the Lord have his prophets out here telling you, man? Because again, this woman was in comfort. She was in security. She was out celebrating her cousin's birthday, which is wicked. There's nowhere in our customs where it says celebrate your birthday. Acknowledge yourself. Exalt and pedestalize yourself. Sirach chapter 5 verse 7. Make no tarry to turn to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. And that's what happened to this woman. Because everybody has heard, everybody has come across, and everybody has been informed that they're Israelites. You so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native and Seminole Indians, everybody has been informed and enlightened. Some way, shape, form, or fashion, you have come across the true gospel. But what do? You mock, you scoff, you reject it. Cool, no problem. The blood is off our hands. So when you're having fun, as you see right here, when you're having fun at the bar, eating chicken wings and shit with celery and ranch dipping sauce, okay, and having all these drinks and shots. Okay, when you're doing all that shit, living your best life out here being wicked, as we read in the very first verse, 1 Timothy verse 5, verse 6, she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. And why is that? Because you're of the world. You're dead when you're in the world. You're a zombie. You're unprofitable. You have no purpose. Okay? For suddenly shall the wrath of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai come forth, and the wrath of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai came forth by this gremlin right here. The Lord sent this gremlin right here to bring forth his wrath. Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai implanted the instructions in this woman's mind to bring forth his judgment, his wrath upon this young lady right here. Upon this young lady, Salaki, let me let it play. Upon that young lady right there, and she was destroyed, and she perished from the vengeance of the Lord while she suffered and bled out eternally and everything, man. Okay? Because again, the Lord is only supping and dealing with those that are fearful towards him, taking heed to the instructions, changing their thought process, okay, doing everything to the best of their ability that he has told us to do, and he is teaching us daily. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the book of 1 Peter chapter 3, and I'm gonna go to one of the translations I really like because it be hitting on a lot of precepts. So this is 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 12 in the AMP. For the eyes of the Lord Yahweh are looking favorably upon the righteous. What does that word favorably mean? Let's look it up real quick. Favorably. With approval, to the advantage of someone or something. Do you hear that? With approval, to the advantage of someone or something. Positively, Slakia. For the eyes of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai are looking favorably upon the righteous, the upright, and his ears are attentive. Now, what does that attentive mean? Let's look that up real quick. Attentive, paying close attention to something, alert. Okay, paying close attention to something, alert. And his ears are attentive to their prayer, eager to answer. Now let's look up eager real quick. Eager, what does that mean? Of a person wanting to do or have something very much. Anxious, of a person wanting to do or having something very much. And this is why we love the Lord, man. And this is why we fear him, because we get benefits with this, man. We get the benefits that nobody in the world has, especially 2/3 of our people, man. So it's a wonderful thing to fear the Lord, man. Okay? Eager to answer, but the face of the Lord Yahweh is against. Now, I never looked up against. Let's look it up. Against, in opposition to, in anticipation of the preparation for a problem or difficulty, opposed to. Okay, so the Lord is opposed and against you, but the face of the Lord Yahweh is against those who practice evil. So what does that mean? That means Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai brings the judgment upon you. Okay, if he's against the evil, he's going to bring that judgment upon you. Okay, and also too, like I stated early in the lesson, this was done willfully. Okay, this person, it was, as they say in the world, premeditated. And there's a scripture for this, and we'll close out here because the point is basically made. There's a scripture for premeditated deletion, premeditated murder. There's a scripture for this. So let's grab that, and we'll close out there because the point is made. Okay. This is going to be the book of Numbers in the law. Okay, Numbers chapter 35, and I'm going to read verses 16 to 21. And if he smite him with an instrument of iron, so that he die, he is a murderer. The murderer shall surely be put to death. So this woman came with an instrument of metal, iron, and stabbed this woman 9 times. Okay, and it's a certain amount of pressure and a certain amount of strength you have to actually puncture the human flesh and to actually, keep that arm in motion and keep that pressure applied, man. Obviously this woman wasn't that strong. She was strong enough to do 9, but I'm pretty sure if she probably didn't get tired or try to flee the scene, she probably would have did more. Okay, but again, and if he smite him with an instrument of iron, so that he die, he is a murderer. The murderer shall surely be put to death. And if he smite him with throwing a stone, wherewith he may die, and he die, he is a murderer. The murderer shall surely be put to death. Now, I know it doesn't say premeditated, but this is stuff that you can relate to that, because this is purposely being done. Okay, and that's what basically, another word for premeditated goes into, purposely. Okay. Verse 18, or if he smite him with the hand weapon of wood, okay, because that gun, that knife could have had a wooden end or plastic end, okay, or if he smite him with a hand weapon of wood, wherewith he may die, and he die, he is a murderer. The murderer shall surely be put to death. Now, as you heard me read these 3 precepts, it says the murderer shall be put to death. Now, how? Continuing on, it'll explain that. Verse 19, the revenger of blood himself shall slay the murderer. When he meeteth him, he will slay him. So, in actual reality, in this case right here, because this is what we see right here, the one that's supposed to be putting this woman to death is the mother. The mother hey, look, man, you know what? I'm not sorry. I'm just going to say this. The mother is manly as shit. Okay, this woman is manly as hell. You can tell. You can just look at her aura and her countenance and her spirit that she's manly as hell. But the mother right here, unless the father is still living, it's supposed to be putting this woman to death. Continuing on, verse 19 again. The revenger of blood himself shall slay the murderer. When he meeteth him, he shall slay him. But if he thrust him of hatred, or hurl at him by lying of weight that he die, or in enmity smite him with his hand that he die, he that smote him shall surely be put to death, for he is a murderer. The revenger of blood shall slay the murderer when he meeteth him. Now, do you hear that? Because again, as I said prior, in which we know, verse 20, I'm going to read verse 20, because I'm going to let the Bible speak first, and I'm going to speak on it. But if he thrust him of hatred, now again, jealousy, hatred, this is something that this woman had towards this other woman, again, towards the actual wife on fucking paper, which is bullshit. She had hatred towards this woman. And I don't know per se how she found out where the woman was at, whether she was stalking her or maybe she was friends with her on social media, because that was a recording for social media. Okay, so there's no telling, maybe she was friends with her, or maybe she looked at her the husband's phone and saw it where she was at. I don't know. But again, it was premeditated. It was planned in her mind to do so, man. So, you know, the mother or the father is supposed to slay this this demon, man. But again, man, you beloved sisters, man, be thankful. You know, take heed. Because again, women outnumber men. And fear the Lord and seek out their own salvation with fear and trembling, man. Roughly paraphrasing again. But I don't want to rock this out, man. I hope and I pray that this was edifying, uplifting, and informative to the true, sincere Aki and Akwaf. So with that, I'm just going to say, Call Halayim La, Abanawa, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak, Kwadash, Watha Wada, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak, Kwadash, for putting the Spirit on me, my elder apostles, elder bishops, elders, brothers on down, for doing these epistles to enlighten you, to inform you, to edify you, and uplift you through the power and spirit and words of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. May the blessing and election and protection be upon you and your household. Adawan Ratazah, until the next one. So with that, I'm just going to say, Shalom.